think that says it all right there. Nice job, Rachel. This time we're going to ask Jennifer Wooleen to come forward for the valedictorian address. Jennifer.
Good morning, staff, students, guests, family, and the graduating class of 1993. First of all, I would like to say what an honor it is to be allowed to address all the people who made my high school years so memorable. I would now like to take the class of 1993 back to some of our earlier days of high school, specifically our very first day as freshmen. We came into the school as determined young people. We set many high goals for ourselves. We knew what we wanted. One of our most important goals was to somehow find our way about the school without using the maps on our big red folders, which would instantly reveal our freshman identity. Another important goal was to somehow make it through the first week without knowing hardly any of our classmates. We soon learned that these goals were more easily accomplished than we had thought. After a couple of days, we could even give directions to the gym, and we met so many people that we had trouble remembering everyone's names. Although these goals were not exactly milestones, they did teach us something extremely important. In order to succeed, you must have, set in your mind, specific goals. Before anyone knew it, we were beginning our sophomore year. We now knew what to expect. Our freshman experiences prepared us for this new year. We realized that in order for success to come easier, we must have some specific goals. This year, our goals were quite a bit more challenging. We were going to always beat Northern, win the homecoming float contest, become more spirited, while studying even more. Throughout the year, we did accomplish some of our goals. We did begin to take studying more seriously, and our class was beginning to possess more school spirit. However, as the year progressed, we found that we didn't always beat Northern, and our float didn't exactly win first place, but at least we gave it our best shot. After all, you can't expect to always win. Actually, it was good that we sometimes lost, because it taught us that just because we lost a competition, that certainly did not mean we're losers. It simply meant we were the team that didn't win. Losers are much less. Losers give up, and we would not lose next year. By our junior year, we began to really enjoy high school. The strangers we met on our first day of high school were now our best friends, and homework came to be just one of those unpleasant facts of life that had to be done. We now began to realize that hard work and determination does pay off. After all, we finally didn't get fourth place for our homecoming float. It was also during our junior year when we began to realize that freshmen sure have high-pitched voices at pep assemblies, and they seemed to act pretty goofy. We surely never acted like that. Or did we? During our junior year, we also began to be reminded that we only had 1 year left to high school, so we better start thinking about our futures. Soon the end of the year was rolling around, and our excitement rose as senior assembly came closer. In other words, when the gavel would be passed down, making us seniors at last. When that day finally came, we felt the events were more poignant than before, but soon the excitement of becoming seniors took over again, and we were whispering to each other saying that this will be us next year. The next fall came very quickly, and we didn't mind too much. After all, we were the seniors. However, it really didn't feel like we were seniors until our first assembly, when they called the seniors down, meaning us. We began to have the most fun we've ever had in high school. We now knew and liked the majority of our teachers, and especially our administrators, like Mr. Lane. And coming to school was getting more fun each day. Looking back, it is easy to see that we have come a long way since our first days here. We have accomplished a lot as a class, and we have much to offer others. And we even have a few things to brag about, such as being the first class to graduate from the newly renovated Port Huron High School. And we were the seniors when Port Huron High School was named one of the most exemplary high schools in the state of Michigan. We've learned many important things while at PHHS. We've learned that if you plan on succeeding, you must have specific goals in mind and a great determination to succeed. We also learned that we can be winners even when we've lost. This brings me to a poem that a good friend once gave me. It is entitled Winners and Losers. Losers are always part of the problem. Winners are always part of the solution. Losers always have an excuse. Winners always have a program. Losers say that it is not my job. Winners say, let me do it for you. Losers see a problem in every answer. Winners see an answer in every problem. Losers see 2 or 3 sand traps near every green. Winners see a green near every sand trap. Losers say it may be possible, but it is too difficult. Winners say it may be difficult, but it is possible. From my experiences here at Port Huron High, I can see that we all possess the qualities to become winners. We must always strive to be winners, even when put into difficult situations. Winners are successful. Losers always lose. To the students still waiting to become seniors, and the seniors who are graduating, always be winners. Get involved in your surroundings. From personal experience, I have found that getting involved in activities is one of the best things you can do for yourself. You will meet great people, do fun and worthwhile things, and in the meantime, build your sense of responsibility. People who are involved are the people who are making the most of their lives, the people who are moving mountains. My advice to all of you is to shoot for the sky, because then, if you fail, you will fall among the stars. Class of 1993, I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. Each and every one of you can and will be successful. And remember, as always, let's go be Gregs.
Good advice, Jenny. Good job. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to present those seniors who are graduating with high honor, the seniors on the principal's honors list. I'm going to ask them to please stand as I call their name, and we will have them remain standing. We will congratulate them at the end. Jennifer Woline, graduating with 3.95 grade point average and an academic scholar diploma recipient. Anna Neruda, 3.88, an academic scholar's diploma recipient. Barbara Jo Grant, 3.82. Natasha Tamara, 3.80. Tammy Hart, 3.76, and graduating as an academic scholar's diploma recipient. Jody Clubb, 3.73. Anne Marie Tippa, 3.66. Kelly Wilson, 3.64. Carissa Atchison, 3.57, and an academic scholar diploma recipient. Thong Chow, 3.52. Jennifer Lusk, 3.51. Rachel Flanagan, 3.89. Francisca Boll, 3.88. Keith Lanchute, 3.81. Eric Ratchie, 3.78. Janet Belgraf, 3.74. Amanda Earl, 3.68. Candy Ezekiel, 3.64. Karen Russ, 3.56. And Eric Longvan, 3.51. Congratulations. You may be seated. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Miller, who will begin the alphabet of A through G for perfect attendance for seniors. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Dr. Crosby. I will announce the perfect attendance winners for the alphabet A through G and perfect attendance for the second semester. And I would ask that these students please stand when your name is announced, and please remain standing until all students have been announced, and if you would please hold your applause until the conclusion of the announcement of perfect attendance. Andrew Alderdice, Janet Belgraf, Jody Clubb, and Kevin Gardner. Now, Mr. Woline.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Miller. And good morning, class of 93. You know, it's got to feel good to be graduating, and graduating from the best class or best high school in the state of Michigan. My alphabet is H through P, and one young lady has distinguished herself with 5 years of perfect attendance, and we wanted to recognize her for that. And when I call your names out, please remain standing until we can recognize you all at one time. That person with 5 years is Tammy Hart. Goes all the way back to 8th grade. Now, second semester perfect attendance, Keith Landshut, Jennifer Lust, Sonia McDaniel, Rich Matthews, Dawn McDaniels, and Robert Pickett. Let's give these students a nice round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce the one and only Mr. Semmelsberger, our athletic director and assistant principal.
I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our seniors in my part of the alphabet who have perfect attendance second semester. George Stevens, Tammy Struckman, Lisa Van Vandy, Jennifer Willeen, and Donald Woodruff. Let's give these students a round of applause. And now it is with great honor that I have to introduce our president, Ms. Amy Benito.
It has taken me hours upon end to decide what it is that I should say today. I wanted to say things that would make everyone laugh and cry. However, the subject that I found most appropriate to speak about is what I have gained as the president of the class of 1993 and what I will lose when I hand the gavel to next year's senior class president. Foremost, I have learned that being a politician does not hold a future for me. I've found that when you hold any office, there are always people like Sarah Schultz who complain just to drive you utterly crazy. Yet there's a satisfaction that you feel when something you have planned succeeds. The class picture that everyone opposed turned out to be a fair success. And just think, we are the only class funky enough to get our picture taken with fake grass and tin mountains for background. Hectic is definitely a word that we as class officers learn to know, especially in preparation for graduation activities. There are many decisions to be made, and when things got crazy, no one really cared if we served Swedish meatballs or cocktail weenies at prom. Always I will have memories of the floats that the class of 93 so wonderfully designed. I can tell you that we had gigantic ideas and floats with originality. Contrary to popular belief, we truly worked hard on our creations. I will never forget our class treasurer, Jenny Torello, pulling her hair out and screaming orders because our floats were so haphazardly assembled. One of my most memorable float experiences when I first became acquainted with Mr. Miller, our assistant principal. We were doing a Halloween spooky type of theme, and I suggested that we string real body parts on our float. I think if I remember correctly by the look on his face, he was a little frightened. As class president, I will look back on float building as a time when students of all different types came together and actually got along to accomplish a goal. Well, we never actually accomplished the goal, but we had lots of fun. We had 4 years of jokes about our floats and pictures of somewhat rough-looking individuals joining to build yet another work of art. Class games will be memories of success for our class to contrast our float horrors. We can say that we beat the juniors at something anyway. When I look back at my high school years and the class that I was a part of, I will remember the tremendous class spirit that we as a class, and more importantly, we as a school possess. Whether we had victories or losses, we always carried it off with spirit in class. My favorite part of being class president is all the people that I had the opportunity to be acquainted with. People of different interests working together to show class spirit made being class president have more value than any success that could have been achieved. I know that all of you who know me are all waiting for some portion of a lecture in all of this, so I can't disappoint you. As we all sit here together as the class of 1993, look around at everyone you can. Remember the faces that you see, even if they aren't all faces of your best friends, because they all, however, are faces of fellow graduating classmates. So many of us may never see each other after this summer or even after graduation. High school friends and acquaintances may fade and be only high school memories. Let's remember all the good things and lose our grudges if for no longer than this time of graduation. Create good memories and don't take your friends for granted, nor your enemies. Think of the friends that will have created your fondest memories and helped you be here today. Don't ever forget those who believed in your dreams and shared them with you. If ever in any of our lives we feel lonely, like we aren't a part of anything, please remember that we all, always, are a part of the class of 1993. I would like to read a poem that I wrote for today. Together we have come this far, through love and hate, bad days, Mondays, and good days. The future looms ahead, for some full of strong hopes and dreams, for others doubts and fear. We have won together and lost together, fought together, laughed together, even cried together. Hobbies and interests vary throughout, agreement never our strong point. I think, though, we all agree that we are the class of 1993, the best there will ever be. I would like to thank Jennifer, Kim, Jenny, and Jessica, because without them, I would have been totally lost. Mr. Haas, thank you for all your time, and thank you for being my friend. Personally, I would like to thank Mr. Tom Miller, who not only kept me smiling by disapproving most of my ideas and drove me crazy bugging me to write this speech, but thank you for always being there. Thank you to Mrs. Raymond and all of my teachers for putting up with my excessive absences and understanding, as well as my friends for supporting me throughout high school. I'd like to thank my parents and my best friend for always caring and believing in me. Finally, last but not least, a sincere thanks to the class of 93 for allowing me to be your president and your friend. Follow your dreams, because dreams do come true.
Nice job, Amy. I have the honor and privilege to introduce our foreign exchange students. These 5 students who I will be recognizing bring with them a rich background from their country's culture to share with us and to help make Port Huron High School a better place for all of us. Please, when I call your name, remain standing until we recognize all of you at one time. I will start with Francisco Boll, her homeland, Germany. Mano de Bron, her homeland, Netherlands. Diane Romney, her homeland, Australia. Natsuko Tamara, her homeland, Japan. Edison Espedia, his homeland, Colombia. Each of these 5 students will be missed deeply by all of us here in Big Red Country. And each one of these students had a part in contributing to the great tradition of pride, enthusiasm, and spirit we possess at Port Huron High. We wish you success in your future and have a safe trip to your homeland. Thank you. At this time, I would like Peter Paulus to come up to the podium, and he's going to talk about the class video. Peter?
First off, I'd like to point out that the class song isn't in the video. Right now, as we're sitting here, Channel 6 is videotaping this, and highlights of senior assembly and commencement will be put on to the class song after we graduate. And now, on behalf of myself, the students, and the production crew at Channel 6, we would like to dedicate this video to the 125th graduating class of Port Huron High School. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it.
just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump.
This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dream. This used to be the place I ran to whenever I was in need of a friend. Why did it have to end? And why do they always say, don't look back? Keep your head held high. Don't ask them why, because life is short. And before you know, you're feeling old and your heart is breaking. Don't hold on to the past. Well, that's too much to ask. This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dream. This used to be the place I ran to whenever I was in need of a friend. Why did it have to end? And why do they always say no regrets? But I wish that you were here with me. Well then, there's hope yet. I can see your face in a secret place. You're not just a memory. Say goodbye to yesterday. Those are words I'll never say.
inside and out and love strange, surreal in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, down.
Is there a stop button? Hold tight. What are those three white buttons? Okay. Just press it. There you go. At this time, I would like to ask Amy Panito to come up to the stage for the presentation of the gavel. Amy will be presenting the official senior gavel to the class of 1994 senior class president Tammy McNair.
On behalf of the class of 1993, I present this gavel to next year's senior class president, Tammy McNair.
It is an honor and a privilege to stand before this assembly today to accept this gavel, which symbolizes my induction as president of the senior class of 1994. To the class of 1994, I would like to thank all of you who voted for me. I will do all in my power to fulfill my title by being an example for all to follow. To the class of 1993, I would like to say on behalf of the senior class of 1994 that we congratulate you on your vast accomplishments today and tell you that we hope to follow in your footsteps. To the class of 1993, the senior class of 1994 salutes you and wishes you much success in your life ahead. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask Shantoria Davis, Amanda Earl, and Ricky Nelson to please come up front. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 1993 has requested to entertain you. So they are going to be entertaining you here for the next approximately 3 minutes. When the class gets to the fight song, we would like to ask that everyone please rise for that. Okay, here we go. Will the class of 1993 please rise and face the audience? The alma mater. Come on, Rick. They have put together something special for you, and they have worked hard, and I think they're ready. Here we go. Would the class of 1993 please face forward? Would the ladies please be seated? Gentlemen, please applaud your parents, teachers, and friends. Gentlemen, please face forward. Gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies, please face the audience. Loosen up, right? Okay. Ladies, please applaud your teachers, parents, and friends. Ladies, please face forward. Mr. Clark. Great job.
Let's have a round of applause for the class. Let's have a round of applause for the class of 1994.